Welcome in, guys, to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. This is your boy JustCMTexx. I am back, and we are going to go ahead and finish off the series with the top 4 teams from this recent walk. Man, this is going to be exciting. Inside of this top 4 teams, we have a team that had the most wins ever in walk, and on top of that, we also had a team who had the highest win percentage ever inside of a walk from the data that I was given. This is absolutely fascinating, and it just goes to show the variety of teams that were being able to be put together and work to be successful. This walk seems to have had some of the best attack setups of all time. So let's go ahead and get into the data, get into this information, and we are now going to start with team number 4 that includes Anniversary Maggie, Eva and Ghost, Jang, Danny, and Winter Wendy. Now, this is team number 4. This team had 10,837 wins out of 13,779 matches for a win rate of 78.65%. Whenever you were using this team inside of walk, you were absolutely clapping with this team at almost an 80% win clip. So out of every 10 matches, 8 matches, this team was winning. So I can understand why this team was winning as well too, because you have Winter Wendy. She has that daze resist on her. Also too, she's a disarm specialist, and disarm is definitely needed to get rid of those third slots on the weapons of, you know, your enemies. And then she also daze tanks, and she impairs as well as part of her kit, you know, in some form of fashion. So she is just very, very strong. And Danny, once again, is that turn 1 monster, DPS monster, cutthroat 2. He just does massive damage. And then, you know, you come in and you clean up with Jang and Eva and Ghost as well. Normalize is such a underrated trait, and it is very, very, very strong and needed in the game, you know, to be able to counter a lot of these things that are going on. Eva and Ghost is everybody's favorite attack person. And we have Anniversary Maggie that counter damage. She stuns a line on her rush as well too. And she's the best free-to-play lead. And I put an asterisk by free-to-play because obviously you had to pay for her in the beginning, but you can be able to get her in the market. And if you're new to RTS and you're just watching this video for the first time, you want to go and grab her out of the market. She is going to help you against all of those paybacks and that counter damage that is coming for the first 2 turns. She is very, very, very strong. So this is team number 4. Now we get into team number 3, and team number 3, this team had the highest win percentage ever in walk at 83%. They went absolutely bonkers. Anniversary Maggie, Eva and Ghost, Jang, Danny, and a little bit of a mix up here. We have Ellen in his team as well. You know, Ellen does get focused. That's mainly on her leadership skill. She also gives tact up, but she's really there because she cleanses debilitating statuses every turn, and she gives attack down resistance as well too. So when you have those buffs that are on top of Danny and somebody tries to do the attack down, bam, it's not gonna work. That attack down resistance coming for Ellen. This team had 15,621 wins out of 18,807 matches. This is team construct number 3. This team was absolutely shredding as well too. So many people use this team inside a walk. If you use this team, then you know that you are having some form of success. Now, there may be teams that people have used that are not on this list. All right, that dynamic is different. If your faction had a team that one of the genius minds in your faction came up with, it's not going to reach this list because this list is based off of meta. It is based off of what is used the absolute most. So that team could have had a 95% win rate, but that win rate is not going to be on here because that win rate is not enough to be able to be inside of the consensus for all of the players who are playing inside of the game. You may have only had 100 matches with that team, you know. So this is the data that we have here. This is number 2 when it comes to the number 3 when it comes to the WOC teams, highest win rate meta team in WOC. Next, we are going to go to team number 2, and that team had 20,302 wins out of 27,529 matches. 74 win percentage clip, which is not too shabby. And we have Anniversary, Maggie again, Eva and Ghost, Zhang, Danny, and this time back into the mix is Mighty Hunter Zachary. That is for the revives, the attack up, and a one-shot passive. This guy is a absolute nightmare as well. He's good on the defensive end too, but you'll see a lot of people using him on the offensive side. He is very, very strong. And then you got him, and you got Zhang coming in, taking people out. After you go first with Danny, you know, and Eva and Ghost to normalize those, you know, Outlast tunes and stuff like that. So this team has a really, really good construct. And then we have Anniversary Maggie there that is dealing with the counter damage reduction as well. So this team was very, very strong with 20,000 wins inside of WOC. Team number 2. Now, the number 1 team inside of War of Champions on the offensive side. This team went absolutely nuts, man. And the only change we have here is Philip Blakely as the attack lead. That is because he gets attack up in crosshairs. He removes effects. He removes bonus effects as part of his kit with certain things. We have Eva and Ghost, Zhang, Danny, and Mighty Hunter Zachary. This is the number 1 team in WOC. This team had 35,343 wins out of 48,582 matches for a 73% win clip. This team was absolutely destroying. As a matter of fact, I was using this team inside of WOC, and I had a lot of success with this team. And the real kicker here is, yeah, there is going to be some counter reduction damage, possibly. But if you normalize them with Eva and Ghost, then you want to attack the tunes that Philip Blakely has the crosshairs on. So when you kill them, they will not revive. This was so clutch because a lot of people had taken the crosshairs resist off and they had put on main resist because they were trying to stop Mercer. Mercer is a absolute nightmare. So this is what I was getting from talking to different people about some of the setups within WOC. It was a absolute blast, but this is the number 1 team here that you have inside of War of Champions. This is your boy JustCMTexx. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Love you, RTS fam. Peace.